Welcome to Package Opinions. My name's Garrett,
I'm Ashley.
and this is episode 6 of a new show that we launched about a month and a half ago, and with the whole goal of we're trying to become better strategists, analysts, business people, marketers, and we're trying to help you do the same thing. And the way we approach that is by looking at the headlines and trying to give you not only a take, but also expectations of what might come next and where we think it could go from here to help you work on your own set of skills on how you project where a business is going forward or the decisions you make. Ashley, anything you'd add?
We're just learning some shit. Here to help you learn some shit too.
That sounds good. All right. So first off, I know we've got all of our headlines and stuff to get to, but first, I think you have something to say about Skechers, which you were telling me pre-show.
Okay, so I think last week or maybe the week before, you were talking about the rise and fall of shoe companies, fall of Nike, rise of like everyone else. And I came to realize, I saw an article the other day and it said Skechers was growing for like the first time in years, but it's pretty significant growth. And I've come to realize that every pair of shoes or shoe company that is growing is just ugly. Like, respectfully ugly, but just ugly. And I think I've come to discover, I think all of them are just like touting the technology that they have and the benefits of what they have for you, right? Like Skechers is comfortable and good for working and walking long distances, and Hoka's great for running and whatever. Nike's just stylish. That's what I've come to realize. Nike doesn't talk about the benefits of their shoes for your feet. That's what they're gonna
So
do.
this is a very interesting
Crack the
perspective.
code.
You've cracked the code. The pendulum has swung from aesthetics to
Function.
benefits, function. Yeah, we've swung from form to function.
Yeah. No
When
one
will we
cares
swing
if it's
back?
ugly as long as it's comfortable and does something good for them.
Huh. When are we going to go back?
I don't think we are. I really don't.
Oh,
We're going
I
to talk about this a little bit because it feeds into like what we're talking about later. But I think COVID just changed people, and people are really hyper interested in health and wellness and like doing things that are good for their body. I don't know that we go back unless someone cracks the code to stylish and functional. I don't know.
I was so vehemently in disagreement with you until you got to your second sentence where you said COVID changed everything and then you explained why. Now I think you maybe have something. Because I was like, no, no, no. I was already readying my response in my head. I was like, nah, come on. The pendulum of trends, you know what I mean? Like it's going to
Yeah.
swing. But now I'm thinking the way you dress up for a restaurant or to go out is fundamentally different since athleisure happened. Like when we were in our early 20s, you could never have gotten into a nightclub in sweatpants.
No.
Ever.
My first job, you had to wear a suit and tie. Like that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it must be the most niche situations or the most near industries, banking, lawyers, whatever.
I don't know. I said that out loud and I just realized like I just dated myself really hard.
I remember back in my day, you did.
Like suit and tie? What? I'm so old.
Did you really wear a suit to work?
Yeah, Safeway Corporate made
Like,
you wear a suit. You could get away with not wearing a tie on Fridays. Obviously, I never wore a tie, but you had to dress up in a suit.
I mean, it's kind of rock and roll, but also pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So that's my stance.
right off the
Nike, if
bat,
you want to turn it around, talk about the function
just
of your shoes.
become more comfortable and functional. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say aesthetic choices in footwear are very shocking to me over the last 5 or so years. Maybe that is because I'm getting old.
I mean, Crocs.
Yeah. Okay. It's not because I'm getting old. They just got weirder. Thank you. Thank you. That's not a me thing. That's a them thing.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I'm perfect. It's not
Duh. We're not old.
me. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Just tasteful. All right. Good. Okay. You want to hit this one first or you want me to?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
go.
very good. Okay, first up, I want to talk today about acquisition of Deliveroo, which if you're not in the UK, you may not know about. Think like a DoorDash or a Grubhub. And coincidentally, DoorDash here in the US bought them. I think there's some really interesting stuff to this. Acquisition price was just under 3.9 billion USD. It comes at a time where Uber Eats has gotten pretty popular over there in the UK. And, you know, when you read through the headlines of the acquisition memo, it seems like DoorDash and Deliveroo have really similar visions for where they want to take their customers. Also, it's going to be a nice bump for DoorDash. Right now, they have on average 42 million individual active users that are shopping on DoorDash every month. Deliveroo, by comparison, will add another 7 million monthly active users. So, you know, maybe 1/5, 1/6,
Small
whatever that number is.
comparison.
Yeah. In addition, which I think I'll come back to in a minute, this isn't the only acquisition that DoorDash is making right now. Right on the heels of that, they're also buying, and I couldn't find the price for it, a hospitality technology firm called Seven Rooms. Ashley, have you ever heard of these guys?
No.
Think like infrastructure and software as a service for restaurants and maybe hotels too, like helping with reservations, maybe some similarities to OpenTable, but also some things in terms of like mapping what tables are taken in a given restaurant at any time.
What is the
So
benefit
they're
of that for them? Sorry, not just pause really quick. What's the benefit of that for them, knowing that they're doing
well,
delivery?
that's a good question. My initial gut instinct is it insulates them if delivery tails off and more people go back into restaurants. I don't know how necessarily confident I am that that's going to happen. There may also just be some really good intellectual property that those guys have, or they may have some really talented people that DoorDash feels like they can help them boost their operation. I don't know. We're at an interesting time because obviously in the middle of COVID and coming out of it, delivery really saw a nice spike. Their trends have still been really quite good. DoorDash Q1 revenue is up 21%. They have continued to have a really steady clip of building their business. And it made me think, we've seen a lot of consolidation in this space. DoorDash buys Deliveroo. This is just one of many examples. I mean, think about all like Grubhub's another perfect example. Just Eat Takeaway in Europe. There's been a lot of consolidation here. And it made me think, I've got a few thoughts on where I think this could go in the future. And I want to run them by you. And I want you to say, like, yeah, I think it could happen, or like, no, I think it could never happen.
Okay.
Okay, so here's my three. I'm going to go from most likely to least likely, but you tell me.
Okay.
Okay, number one, I think the easiest tie-up that we could possibly see is Grubhub and Amazon Prime. For context, do you see the TV commercials? I see them all the time.
No.
Okay, if you have a Prime membership, you get free Grubhub delivery fees.
Okay.
And this is like apparently a long-standing partnership that Amazon has had with Just Eat Takeaway, which once upon a time bought Grubhub. So
Mm-hmm.
for your Prime membership, one of the many benefits that you get is they'll waive your Grubhub delivery fees. So you may see the TV commercial of the Amazon delivery guy and the girl delivering Grubhub, and they're both dancing down the sidewalk towards this house.
Hmm.
No?
Okay. No.
Yeah. They're already working together pretty closely. To my knowledge, I don't think Amazon necessarily has a super inside track, or they don't own a firm that really offers this. I could see them wanting to seal the deal someday and take over Grubhub. It would be a small acquisition for them in the grand scheme of their business. What do you think?
Okay. Why do they need to do that if they already have this partnership?
Very good question. I think data would be the main reason.
Fair.
What else might you buy? Like, I don't know. It also
Okay.
could be beneficial for ads. What restaurants do you like to order takeout from?
Okay. I say 7 out of 10.
Okay, very good. That's about where I would have been. Next, I think Lyft. I hear often about how Lyft could be an acquisition target, given how different their market cap is versus Uber. I was just looking at it today because I wanted to be informed. Their stock popped like crazy after announcing a stock buyback today. But even despite that, I think they could be an acquisition because if you look at it, their market cap is right around 7 billion and DoorDash's market cap is right around 75, 77 billion. So DoorDash could buy Lyft outright, immediately get into the mobility game, and it would be less than a 10% dilution on their entire market cap. And there's probably some synergies delivering food, picking up people. I mean, clearly it's working for Uber. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I'm trying to think of you know me, I'm on a challenge. I'm trying to think of the challenge. Like, why?
Yeah, please.
I'm having a hard time thinking of anything. I think to your point, there's a lot of synergies. I guess, I don't know. I don't have anything. So
Okay.
yeah, 6 out of 10.
That one seems like if I saw it in the headlines, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, my last one. Here's my tinfoil hat theory. I think we also need to watch out for a company that is in autonomous driving. I'm not saying I think this is likely. I'm just saying I'm getting on record that like it could happen. What about Waymo? I know, I know,
The
I know.
cars that just spin around in circles sometimes. You see them everywhere.
Yes.
Got it.
Just let me hit a couple of numbers. Lyft, $7 billion market cap. Waymo had a $45 billion valuation, which is larger than Ford and tied with General Motors as of October of last year. This is the last thing I could find. And it just made me think. They're delivering, if I remember correctly, 200,000 individual rides per month that are
Mm.
completely autonomous with no driver. When those cars aren't in use, couldn't they be used to deliver something other than people?
Yes. Yes. And restaurants would have to be willing. There'd have to be some type of partnership, whereas like you need a human to put the food in the car. So
Hmm.
There's going to have to be some type of partnership on the restaurant side in order to make that happen.
That's a really good point because you can't have the delivery driver go into the restaurant to get the bag of
There
food
is
because
no driver.
there's no driver. And you can't have the delivery driver show up at your front door because there isn't a delivery driver. Okay, got it.
Correct. Yeah.
I will say
Which, like, if I'm ordering food, the perk of me ordering food is that they come straight to my door and I don't have to move.
that's a good point. Okay, fun. I saw a really interesting TikTok about Waymo the other day,
Mhm.
and it was this girl, and I'm paraphrasing, but one of the things she said was one of my favorite things about Waymo is when I leave my boyfriend's house in my pajamas, I don't have to worry about a driver judging me.
Totally.
Not having to see another human being, I never really thought about that, but because I don't really walk out of my house in my pajamas all that much, but I get it.
For me, it's that I don't have to talk to anyone, but like that's probably not surprising.
Surprise of the year.
The girl that's like quiet mode, don't talk to me. Oh, yeah, I don't want to hear your life story. Love you to death. Please just get me to and from safely.
Sure.
That's it.
Business comfort. Don't talk.
Don't talk. It's a swipe. No talking.
Yeah.
Cool. Music acceptable. No talking.
Yes, heard that. Frankly, I'm the same way. I find that Lyft drivers
Surprising.
talk more.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so score me 1 to 10 on that one. Waymo buys Lyft.
5.
Lower,
Yeah.
but not as much. But I thought you'd give me a 2 or 3, like a no way in
I
hell.
mean, yeah, okay, I'm changing my number. I'm gonna say 4. I just
Okay,
don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't know why. There's no point.
they
Two
could
different
sign some
business
sort of
models.
partnership. Yeah, they could sign a partnership to share benefits or what have you without having to buy them. Okay, clear. All right, good. Okay, here's another business strategy that it made me perk up for a sec when I saw it, and I was like, I don't know if that's going to work, but I want to hear. I want to tell you about it, and I want to see what you think. Tanger, I think I'm saying that right. The outlet mall company. They're starting back to school early this year, like really early. June 1st will be the beginning of their back to school programs. For context, most kids are going to go back to school in August or September, so it's quite early. They're calling it the summer of savings, and their rationale, I know it feels like everyone is talking about this in every article, but the rationale partly was tariffs. They're trying to lean into the possibility that you can avoid some of that if you capitalize on merchandise that's already on our shelves.
Hmm.
So they also have a little bit of data to support why this might make sense. Namely, they're doing it more and more with Black Friday, like a number of other retailers. Last year, they began their Black Friday every week promo on November 1st last year. They're very positive about the results. And if you look at their quarterly earnings, they grew their business 10% in the first quarter of this year. So I walked into this, like I was halfway through my research thinking like, the outlet mall business, this is rough. But then it clicked for me when I saw that 10% growth number. I don't think that that's a tough business at all. You hear about malls as a tough place to be, but maybe the outlet mall business, given economic uncertainty, given people feeling like they need to capture a deal, maybe that's a really healthy place to be right now. And so the trends seem to sort of indicate that. And I'll be curious to see, does this actually make a meaningful difference for them? What do you think is going to happen?
It's really interesting. I don't disagree with you. I think it's going to be a big hit for them. What concerns me though is like, and I'm just going to talk out loud really quick and you can tell me I'm an idiot. But what concerns me is like they're going to get rid of all of their inventory likely at a discount because it's on sale. So even more on sale than what an outlet's already going to be, deplete themselves, and then get into a position where we have to buy a bunch of product now with tariffs.
Man, you burn through inventory up front at a discount, and then you've got to replenish your stocks and you had to pay more for it. Like
That
probably
sounds,
a double whammy in terms of retailer profitability. Is that your point?
yeah, yeah. It just seems like a interesting decision.
That is an angle I hadn't considered. Yeah, that's an angle I hadn't considered. Huh, okay. Well, and in theory, it's already really discounted merchandise because it's an
Right,
outlet mall.
right.
I don't know. I mean, how much lower can a J. Crew outlet Oxford shirt for $15 go? I don't know what the price is. How
I
much
don't,
lower can they go? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe, I mean, strategically, they probably gain a ton of market share. They beat everyone to the punch. Obviously, that's their goal. Beat everyone to the punch when it comes to deals. So I imagine it'll work for them. It's the back end part that seems to really might come back and bite them a little bit.
Yeah. No, you bring up an angle that I hadn't considered. All right. So one more point that I think will reinforce yours. An analyst from Circana market research firm. Their view on this was that the impact is going to be mixed. She said, naturally, we're seeing more retailers go early on big programs, but I think she questions whether like real incrementality was going to come out of this. And her rationale was she doubted that shoppers would have the discretionary income to buy back to school things that they don't need for 2 months or more when they have already need to spend money on summer activities, summer camps, pool
Mm.
supply, whatever it is, and I do kind of get that. Like June 1st is the beginning of summer, and kids have been out of school for a couple of weeks. You're getting your summer plans together. So I thought that was interesting too. Like, are people actually going to have the money in their pocket to do it? I don't know.
I like that. I like that perspective. And it's one I hadn't thought of. If you think about your demographic, who's shopping in an outlet mall, all the things that you had just said of why they are successful. To her point, I'd be really interested to see if that happens.
Me too.
I like that perspective a lot.
I do too. Yeah, I thought that was solid. Let's watch this one. I'll be curious. I'll keep an eye on the wire, and my guess is we will see their quarterly earnings filings and how good this summer goes. And when we pick this one up this fall, we'll see if it worked.
Yeah, we'll see. I think you'll see Walmart and Target now doing some back to school stuff in June,
Yep.
potentially.
Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't heard anything about it yet. Maybe we just haven't yet.
Anyway,
Also, before we hand it over to you, can I issue a correction for something I said last week that was factually inaccurate?
well, this is fun. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
let's do
Look,
it.
you know how in the newspaper when somebody says something wrong, they got to do it the next day?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but okay.
This may actually have been 2 weeks ago, but I was wrong. Remember how I said that Walmart's AI assistant to compete with Rufus was called Wally?
It is called Wally.
I don't think it is. I saw a different one.
What's it called?
Sparky.
No, I saw an article the other day called Wally.
Okay, what is happening? All right, here, look at this. Sparky is an AI-powered assistant that helps you find your favorite items, synthesize reviews, and make informed purchases with confidence. Let's find out what Wally is.
Walmart, yeah, technology.
Walmart develops a Gen AI-powered assistant called Wally. Wally is for merchants. Sparky is
Yep.
customer-facing.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
So we were both kind of right.
Yeah. Okay. It's a great correction, but got it.
Now we know. Sparky
Yeah.
is consumer-facing.
Got it.
And they use the little Walmart smiley face, like the stickers they used to give out.
How cute.
It's
I love
cute.
that.
It's cute.
Okay, I'm going to talk about what am I going to talk about first? I'm going to talk about Poppi. So, Poppi the soda there was some fake news in the industry recently that I just want to announce. So, in March, I saw an article that said Pepsi was acquiring Poppi. Are you familiar with Poppi? I imagine you are. Okay. So, it said they were acquiring Poppi for like $2 billion, which rather impressive for a brand that is 5 years old. I don't know, maybe 4 years old. And then today I saw an article from Poppi that said, haha, no, I don't know where you got that from, but no one is acquiring us. And she went on record to say, I don't know where that came from, which I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, long story short, they're not being acquired. She feels very strongly that she has put a lot of effort into this business. It is growing like crazy. And she's like, why would I grow a business to then just sell it? She's like, we're just getting started. So cool stuff is coming from Poppi still, and they're doing a lot of really cool things. They've been super successful, and they are not being acquired.
Is this legit? Like, I'm looking at a press release from PepsiCo.com.
I know. I
What
saw
is
it too.
happening?
I don't know.
Poppi not being acquired? That's really, it's very interesting.
Do you see another article?
I mean,
So Forbes launched the article last month saying they were being acquired by Pepsi. And then
yeah.
retail, what's it called? Retail.com or something. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was Forbes. Yeah, Retail Dive launched one that says, I lied to you. I'm giving fake news.
You got tricked?
Wow, I got tricked.
Who'd you get tricked by?
The year. I don't know what year it is anymore. So
Wow.
anyways, they're now being acquired by Pepsi for $2 billion.
So it's legit.
Good for them. It's legit.
So
Wow.
is it that the
So
timeline?
imagine they've changed their mind in 1 year.
So they were initially saying, no way, we're not a target for acquisition, and then they got acquired.
Yeah. Then they got acquired by Pepsi.
When?
Okay.
When was this article? Like about a year ago?
So the I'm not getting acquired article was May 3rd of 2024. So like give me some credit. I just wasn't paying attention to the year.
That's fine.
And then the Pepsi one was last month. So yeah, like 10, 11 months.
Negotiating leverage, perhaps.
They changed their mind. Can you believe it?
No, we don't. No one can buy us.
Yeah,
We're good on our own.
we're good. Anyway,
Wow.
so then I went down a huge rabbit hole on Poppy because I like wanted to know what has made them so successful. Because they've been on a number of lists of like brands to watch, fastest growing, whatever. They're one of the fastest growing beverage brands, I think, of our time. I don't know, in the last few years.
I buy it.
Yeah, they are, well, in 2024, they were $100 million and they were seeing triple digit growth year over year, like triple digit growth year over year at $100 million. And they were crushing it. So I was like, where did this brand come from? Okay, fun fact. Poppy, do you know anything about Poppy's story? Okay, I'm just gonna like
Yeah, riff,
riff
hit it.
really quick. Poppy was created in this woman's kitchen with her and her husband. It was like a kitchen experiment. So she, I know, isn't that sweet? So she had like gut problems and she had read a lot about apple cider vinegar and how that was healthy for your stomach, whatever it may be. And she's like, this tastes awful. So I'm going to create something different. She created something different. And she created Poppy. But at the time, it was called like Mother's Brew or something. Terrible name. Terrible name. Terrible name. Yeah. So, anyways, did that. And then what made them successful has been like everything that they've done since creating this brand. So, Mother's Brew went on Shark Tank, they got funding, and then they just like took off like a rocket. So, I think there's been a number of things that they've done recently that have kind of contributed to their success. I'd say three big things that have contributed to their success. One being their brand. So, they relaunched as Poppy rather than Mother's Brew, whatever it may be, made them who they are today. Two, distribution. We'll talk about their distribution strategy. And then three, their marketing strategy. Those three things have helped them just crush it in the industry. So, Poppy, they rebranded. They became like this inspirational, aspirational brand. They have like a retro vibe, very bright colors, very on trend with Gen Z millennial aesthetic. So they know exactly who they're talking to, and their brand is, it's a vibe, you know? They do really well. Two, distribution. So they took a traditional distribution approach, but then they also mixed it with something, again, like of the times. So you can find them in stores at Whole Foods, Target, Publix, like higher end stores. But then their other distribution strategy is leaning into influencers. So you like half of their marketplace is really being pushed by well-known influencers. You can buy them on Amazon, TikTok Shop, etc. So like that's the other part of their distribution strategy, which I think is very unique from like an everyday soda company. And then three, their marketing strategy, and this is what makes them super dope. So, one, lean in with well known, obviously, influencers, big part of the marketing strategy. We've talked about how that's worked for a lot of brands. Two, they've done a lot of collabs with celebrities, other brands, etc. So, like, they're creating this vibe and lifestyle and community, I guess, of poppy people that you just want to be a part of. And then they do a lot with experiences. So, they've really leaned into like beach parties or pop-up experiences, which then goes viral on social media. Obviously, they're really smart at that. One of their biggest kind of events was Coachella. So they doubled down at Coachella. And then another one was like NBA. They leaned in really big into NBA. But I think what's most cool about their strategy is they're not afraid to compete against the big players in the industry. They go head to head with Pepsi, Coca-Cola. Now they're being bought by Pepsi, but whatever. They've secured for the last 2 years one of the prime spots on Super Bowl. Did you see their Super Bowl ad last year? It was
I
called
think
like the
so.
future of soda. Okay. Called the future of soda, prime spot. It was the number one commercial last year for them. Like the number one commercial during Super Bowl ever. And I just think that they've had like strong presence of we're here to disrupt the space. We don't care what you think. And we're a healthier version than soda. So, we're a better option. And I think they've gone into this, I don't know, they've just really been authentically themselves for a really long time. On top of that, the creator or owner has done a lot with social media. So like she brought everyone along the journey of how Poppy came to fruition and what Poppy's up to, what's new, innovation, blah, 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 all on social media. So there's a lot of community and feeling like you're a part of the brand.
That's real cool. You know what? I didn't know as much about them. I've certainly seen them in more places.
Yeah.
How long do you think? I mean, do you think they can keep it going?
I mean, triple digit growth, $100
That's
million.
hard to do.
I don't know. I wonder what will happen now that Pepsi's going to take over. I really do wonder what will happen. The industry itself right now, if I remember correctly, it's $132 billion. It's projected to be 200 and some odd billion dollars, so nearly double by 2033. They're leading in the space. Again, we talk about wellness trends. Like people want what is cool, what used to be cool, what is nostalgic, but what is also healthy for them. They have every right to keep winning in this space. And then they keep innovating. I think they have a ton of runway.
I tend to agree with you. What'd you say the annual soda market is? 160 billion?
Yeah, 132 billion. It's supposed to be 200 and
130.
some odd billion.
If you say 130 billion,
Wellness
this
soda, just wellness soda.
my guess is if they could just carve out 2-3% of the entire carbonated beverage business, much less like the packaged beverage business,
Huh.
one would think that they would pay off their acquisition many times over.
1000%.
Like size of the soda market. Let's look.
Yeah, the soda market, soft drink market is 446 billion. So the
Okay,
truly a portion of that is the
maybe you're
wellness
right.
soda, which is 130 some odd billion.
Uh, All right. Well, look, it's easy math. 400 billion of just the total soda market. Say they get 1% out of that. 4 billion. Done. And that would be in 1 year. Their acquisition cost was only $2 billion, if that's accurate. You think that, I mean, I know they're only at $100 million right now, as of whatever the last full year was, I think you said.
Yeah.
And they're not going to grow at triple digits anymore, but a steady clip, they're going to keep growing. I mean, there's lots of distribution they don't have right now. Think about stadiums,
Oh yeah.
public places. It's
Yeah.
just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel kind of bullish on that acquisition. I guess that's the moral of the story.
Yeah, I do too. I almost feel like they're going too soon. I kind of wish they would have held out a little bit longer. But I who am I? I would never turn down $2 billion.
Two bills, nice. Yeah.
So it's pretty nice for something that you create in your kitchen on a Saturday afternoon. But I almost feel like they're selling too soon.
Do you like the product?
Ooh, good question.
I don't know. I think
I
Olipop
like,
I don't like.
interesting. I'm an Olipop girly.
Hmm.
I don't know why. I can't tell you why, but
It's your
I
preference.
am. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But maybe I'll have to switch because Poppy just sounds cooler.
Yeah. I guess I gotta try it. I find apple cider vinegar to be repulsive, so I want to see, can you taste it? I don't know.
So you weren't one of those guys that was like taking shots of apple cider vinegar in the morning? I did that for a while.
Did you really?
Yeah, health. I don't know. I'll do anything that someone says is healthy.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You were the first person I ever knew that did juice cleanses. I've never
I'm
met
like,
somebody
oh, this is
until
healthy.
you. It's healthy. Good. Okay, I'm in. I'm doing it.
Damn it. Dope.
All right, so I got to try a Poppi, but I don't know. I kind of like that for
Please
them.
do.
And this is the thing I wanted to ask you. Remember how we were talking about last year, Pepsi got passed and they were no longer the number 2 soda because they became the number 3 soda in America. Did we talk about this?
No.
Dr. Pepper, as of last summer, was bigger than Pepsi.
No.
Not
Why?
kidding.
What
Wall
do
Street
they
Journal did a
own?
whole
They
thing.
own something. What do they own?
Etc. And what I'm not saying is that Dr. Pepper bottle, like all of the Dr. Pepper brands were bigger than all the Pepsi brands. Not that. It's that Dr. Pepper sells more Dr. Pepper than Pepsi sells Pepsi.
Fascinating.
I know. Wall Street
People
Journal did a
really
big
don't
thing
like
about it last year.
Pepsi. I don't know why.
They've fallen on hard times. So my question for you is this, is like, do you think, does this have any sort of halo benefit on the Pepsi brand? Or do you think it only does nothing to stem the declines of Pepsi as a brand?
No, I think they have to. I think they have to be in this space. Soda as a whole has had a negative context for a while now. So they have to be in the wellness space or the wellness beverage space. Coke just got into it. So like they have to stay competitive and relevant and to offset, I think, some of the declines of just regular soda. So I think it helps them.
I agree with you. And did you ever try Coca-Cola Life, green
No,
label Coca-Cola?
no.
It was started in either Europe or Asia, and then they briefly brought it over to the States. Coca-Cola Life. I want to look at that formula. The way it was sweetened was a combination of stevia and
Mm.
pure cane sugar. So it was none of the artificial aspartame, sucralose stuff like a Diet Coke or a Coke Zero. A little bit of stevia, which has a better natural connotation, and pure cane sugar like Mexican Coke.
Mhm.
I thought it was a great formula. I really liked it. And it seemed like it never took off, but it makes me think like, how did the big guys not catch this sooner?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they thought it was like a trend, and it's not a trend. Again, like COVID made this is now a lifestyle. This is not a trend. And I think they
Is
just
it
thought it would go away.
is it the same as yogurt when like Yoplait was like, Greek yogurt's kind of just a, Now it's
Yeah, I
the
guess I
yogurt
don't know.
category. Like, You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I
I don't
know.
know, man. I don't know. Anyway, so, okay, this was a good one.
It was fun. I was like in a rabbit hole. So that one was fun.
Yeah.
Side note though, why does no one like Pepsi? Because I actually don't know the answer to that.
I think it's just taste and preferences. I mean, they still have a really big business. This is just opinion of one. I feel like the mix of syrup to bubbles is too sweet,
Mhm.
not bubbly enough in a Pepsi. And I think Coca-Cola has more to it, like the same way a Topo Chico makes me
Spice.
feel. Yeah, like
Spicy.
it hits more.
Huh.
Whereas Pepsi
Okay.
already feels a little bit flat to me the second I open the bottle or the can.
Mm, that's fair.
But again, it's just different tastes and preferences. But I
Hmm.
am one of those guys where somebody's like, when you ask for a Coke at a restaurant or a Diet Coke, and they're like, is Pepsi okay? And I'm like, club soda.
Really? You change your mind?
Yeah, sometimes I do. Yeah. So
Huh.
it's just,
Okay.
but I don't have like a lot of brand loyalty. Like, it's not like I'm a Coca-Cola guy. I don't feel that way. I just think it tastes better. So,
Okay. Costco people
yeah.
do too, by the way. Costco went to Pepsi and then quickly went back to Coke.
Yeah, I did hear about that. Okay.
Yeah. So
We're going to see more consumer goods brands in the food and beverage space, whether human, pet, whatever, do exactly this. Like, when will we see a baby formula company do that? 12 months? You know what I mean? Like,
terrifying though. Like,
I
I don't
know, but
know.
somebody's going to try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I bet you someone already has. I feel like we should look this up too. I imagine someone already has.
Okay. You made me think though on the palatability thing.
Okay.
Let me talk about a place that I could see it happening
Okay.
for human food.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Oreos.
Oreos.
Hear me out, hear me out.
Seriously?
Think about
Okay,
how
let's
many
talk about it.
flavors those guys have tried over the last 10 years. You and I have talked about this a number of times. Swedish Fish, Birthday Cake, Post Malone. They got
Yeah.
it. I mean, they've done so many.
Yeah.
Is it possible that they let an AI model watch trends and run on what experimental Oreo flavors should we launch? Will we see a nacho cheese Dorito Oreo soon?
Ew. I hope
I'm
not.
not saying I want to eat it.
Chocolate and cheese? Maybe. I mean, that makes sense. I would hope that they are doing a little bit of that and also doing a little bit of like crowdsourcing, like getting their people involved.
I'm with you on this one, and I guess maybe where I land is, you know, the whole Frito-Lay do us a flavor thing, where they would crowdsource flavors, Greek tzatziki, biscuits and gravy, what have you. What if longer term, I think we're actually going to see this. I'm calling my shot now. Food brands like that will do their range of limited edition flavors that are mostly based on what they know people like, but they'll throw in something weird. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
Coca-Cola did the outer space flavored Coca-Cola a year or two ago. What's that taste
What
like?
for?
Just see what
It's
happens.
out of this world, obviously.
That's so bad. Oh my God. Yeah, that was, oh, just shut it down. Let's go home. That's terrible, but good.
Anyway,
Okay, so I'm gonna reel you back in.
wait.
Coca-Cola,
On trends though, has Oreo launched a cherry cola Oreo? Because I think they should, and it's on trend with cherry.
we talked about this last week. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Cherry Cola Oreo. Yes.
They have?
My God. Wait, it's out of stock though, at least at Walmart. So we don't know when this launched, but it was a part of a My Oreo creation program from Once Upon a Time. This is what I'm, Ashley, you just nailed it. This is what I'm talking about. Like watching trends that are popping up and seeing how quickly you can get the flavor scientists to spin out a limited run of it. I just think we're going to see stuff like that.
I agree. I agree. Everyone. They're all
If you
going to
have a
start watching Pinterest.
If you have a nimble supply chain, you can, by the way, just so we know, Starlight Coca-Cola, some reviewers compared it to flavors like minty cotton candy,
Ew.
ginger ale, or even cherry vanilla.
I don't hate cherry vanilla.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's fine.
Frankly, that's what I'll often do at the movies. Minty cotton candy flavored Coca-Cola on the other hand.
That sounds disgusting.
Okay, it's interesting. I think you'll see
Yeah.
more applications of it in people food, but maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, minty cotton candy Oreos coming soon. Yeah, I did. Let's see if they bring back the cherry cola Oreo. I'll have a look at that.
Yeah. I imagine they will. I'm gonna send it to you. I know I'm gonna find it. I know it.
Oreo. By the way, I was looking at that the dark cherry chai that you showed me in Starbucks
Oh
the other
yeah.
day.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Girl, that thing is 440 calories for one of them.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't say that I actually got it.
I know you didn't. I'm just looking at it, and it's amazing it's so easy to consume so many calories so quickly.
Oh, at Starbucks for sure.
Yeah,
Everything there is like a ridiculous
gotta
amount
be
of.
careful.
Yeah, you
So,
do.
okay.
Oh, hey,
That was a
this
good one.
spring, as of April 16th, 2025. Let me make sure I check my dates. 2025. Fact. This spring, Oreo is releasing a limited edition flavor as part of its small batch Thins line, Cherry Blossom Matcha.
Well, what? Cherry blossom matcha?
Matcha.
Huh. Okay.
So,
Well, I want to try it. Apparently, back in 2018 was when the initial production run of these came out. It was a do us a flavor style kind of thing in the My Oreo creation context.
mhm.
The flavors were cherry cola with a chocolate cookie, kettle corn with a golden cookie, and in the frosting was puffed millet pieces. Okay,
Gross.
great.
Okay.
And then pina colada golden thins.
No, no, thank you.
Yeah, I think I'll rank
But
them in that order.
yeah, but didn't we say the cherry trend started in 2017? So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it could be. Man, Mondelez has just thrown so much at the wall. And I don't mean that negatively. I love how often they try things with their cookies. It's great.
Works.
I
Yeah,
know.
it works for
It's very
them.
smart. It's a good way to
Anyway,
probably elbow out extra shelf space, would be my guess.
yeah, the whole shelf in the cookie aisle is Oreos.
We
Literally,
got
it's
this, we got
at
this, we
least
got this.
4 to 8 feet, always, and like double faced. Okay, we just need to stop.
Episode 6. We're rolling.
We are.
That was a fun one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Garrett King,
Ashley Ornalis.
and this is Packaged Opinions, episode 6. Feel like we're getting a little bit better at this each time. Certainly open to feedback. What do you want to hear more of? What do you want to hear less of? Let us know. Leave it in a review, comment, whatever it is. It helps us grow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Also, love to hear your thoughts.
I think their comments are going to be that you need to record an episode live from Bali.
All right. All right, Joe. Live from Bali next week.
Yeah,
You
actually, I don't
got
know.
it.
That may stink for me because I don't know what time of day it's going to be. We'll figure it out. Okay, anyway, nice work today. We'll pick this one back up next week.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, very good.
See ya.
Bye.